it's called the Taco Touchdown.
Audio edit. Is
that the King of the Hill theme song? Fucking sing it.
I can still take it. I can still taste it.
Room for more. I'm your host, Chris Moore. With me, as always, is Katrina Penny.
Hi, I'm Katrina.
And our two friends, Ryan and Spinny.
Hi there. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Spinny.
And today is the, well-awaited movie episode that we've been talked about a couple times, and we said that we're going to do sooner or later. And now, here it is. The movie we chose, Ryan chose, because Ryan and Spinny have both seen this movie. Me and Trina never seen it. Ryan, would you like to tell people what we chose or what you chose?
Chose Interstellar.
Such a good movie.
Big fan of space, and getting a kind of a deeper understanding of where we lie in the universe. Are we the only ones out there? Is there a deeper reason we're here? Mm-hmm. Anybody have any theories? Thoughts they want to share?
Are on what? Are we the only ones out here?
Out here? Yeah.
Like out there?
Perhaps.
Out here, out everywhere.
I mean, there's a lot of theories on how many opportunities there are for advanced life out there, but we haven't found any yet.
Well,
do you think we might be the only ones out there?
In the movie, we were.
Well, technically, they made by the end of the movie say that we might be the people that eventually will get to that point in evolution of technology and evolution of our beings.
They just transcend dimensions, exactly. But there's not a different life form. It's just humans from the future who can come back.
Which, if you think about it, they had to send somebody from another time of their past to that spot to get them on the right path to create the next spot for them to go to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think we just broke her brain.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like, in order for them to actually get to advance, for humanity to advance to that point, to be these interdimensional space-time warping beings, they had to survive the blight.
And they had,
they're humans. Those, the time beings or whatever, they're apparently humans.
The fifth dimensionals?
Yeah, so in order for those things to even exist, that wormhole had to exist, and they put that wormhole there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's smoke some weed about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're jumping ahead of ourselves way too quickly.
Yeah.
This movie.
Let's smoke some weed about that, and then let's go through it.
Did you bring the Advil in here, Chris? Because my brain hurts.
You chose this.
I have no regrets.
Oh, this is completely off topic, but I don't care. Remember, the Clam Slam?
Yeah.
Yeah. My roommate, he said it's called the Taco Touchdown.
Taco Touchdown. Just to be clear, that's the
points to Connor.
Female equivalent to the teabag. The Taco Touchdown.
That is so funny. That's hilarious.
I didn't even get to smoke weed about that, but I'm going to smoke weed about the Taco Touchdown.
Yes. I was going to say, take some of nature's Advil. That'll help that brain hemorrhage there. So, yes.
Yo, I'm not going to lie, that brings a whole new definition to the term Taco Tuesday.
Well, not really.
I don't think it does. I think the definition was there from the
beginning.
Yeah.
It's always been.
It's been
what
implied.
Do you think it is? Yeah. But back to the topic at hand, Interstellar. I don't have it in front of me because technically this is Ryan's movie, so Ryan should be talking about it.
Yeah, Ryan should be giving the synopsis here.
I'm not good at synopsises.
That's why you.
I'm not good at memories. I'm good at moments.
Well, just let Chris go.
The moments,
and let's judge him to see if he got it right or wrong.
Okay, well let's see. The movie begins with this farmer guy who we find out crashed his fucking spaceship or some shit. Something happened to him years ago, so he stopped doing things in that kind of field. He became a farmer because it's on Earth now, and we're in the future, and there's a thing killing all the harvests of. I think they said wheat was done before, and then ochre just happened, and then okra.
Yeah, okra. Okra's red.
I don't know what the fuck that shit is, anyways. But anyways, that shit was done, and all they had left all they really had left was corn.
Basically, they couldn't cultivate any other crops other than corn because nothing else would grow in the conditions of Earth.
Yeah, the dirt killed them.
Yep, the dirt started to basically turn on us, as they said.
They were having like sandstorms and stuff.
Yeah, the dirt's turning. That's
Turning
dirt. Yeah, that's a fucking country song and a half.
Oh,
The
God.
dirt's turning.
I'm gonna write it.
Sounds like
Do it. We can use these mics.
Set in that universe, yeah, they probably had some fucking country stars writing horrible music for that.
Oh yeah. When the dirt came, the dirt came, the dirt came.
First
my
they
God.
took our wheat, and then they took our okra. And they're coming for the corn. Anyways, so
Everybody's like looking at me, and I'm trying to think of lyrics, and I'm like, I had already forgotten what we called it. So I'm like, what was the words we were using before they said corn a lot? Like,
see, I'm not the only one with foggy memory.
it's the pot, man. It helps.
Pod does
helps or
help.
hinders is a fine line, but
Potholes, that happens a lot.
Yeah.
anyway. Speaking of a pothole, we're off topic kind of again.
What is on topic?
With this podcast, did we ever stay on topic for longer than 10 minutes?
We come back around.
I was gonna say 15.
So anyway, what I'm getting from this is that they call this thing the blight. Is that what I'm getting?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the blade? I still don't quite
Well,
understand.
a blight-
The dirt's turning.
I'm assuming isn't blight also one of the signs of the apocalypse?
Yeah.
So that would be like desolation. There's nothing. That's why everything is dying. Right? Nothing can survive on Earth anymore. It's a blight. There's no sustaining life there anymore. That's why they're looking for an alternate option in space. Am I wrong?
No.
No, you're not wrong.
Basically,
Basically,
blight's like killing crops.
yeah, basically, blight's like a fungus that grows in nitrogen. Is that what they said? Or nitrous? Or
Yeah.
what's all around us that we can't breathe?
Nitrogen.
Yeah. And it thrives in that, and it's killing everything that's making oxygen. So sooner or later, our world's gonna suffocate, if not starve. So that's why he's leaving Earth, or that's why he gets chosen to leave Earth. So he figures because his little girl thinks there's a ghost in the house, and leaves like clues for him to find this research lab and for NASA. He thought NASA was over. They all think like the world's like completely coming to this whole fucking weird halt, right?
Well, I think one of the first things I said was, "Is this in the future?" Like,
Yeah.
okay, is it supposed to be set now or in the future? And in the future made sense.
Yeah, no, it's canonically Earth, basically, but like in the future.
Basically, at like the end, like where we're literally just about to peter out if
Oh.
we don't do something.
I don't know if they said the time at all. Like
No,
the
they
year?
don't. They don't give a year.
It's
don't
probably
think-
not
They-
too far in the future, like 15, 20 years, just on the edge of like technological advancement and Earth's environmental crisis.
Yeah, when you're looking
Like-
at the technology that was in the movie, like that was left over, not the new NASA stuff, but the old stuff, the drones, the stuff they were using. I'm guessing it's kind of around now is when shit started hitting the
But
fan,
they-
like
like,
within
they
the next
were-
15 years, like Ryan was saying.
The AI is extremely advanced.
No, it's about as advanced as it is right now.
We're on the
Oh.
edge of like quantum computing AI, so
This
like
is where I'm sitting in the no land of
Oh, they're
nothing
getting-
knowledge.
they're getting kind of close. And one question with the nitrogen thing and the blight, maybe producing gases that'll make it harder for us to breathe. Do you think that might be the case with global warming in like the next 50, 60, 80 years?
I think that's what they were
Like it's
getting at.
trapping global like greenhouse gases. I wonder how many of those gases are like,
Honestly,
helping
man,
us to-
I think I'm kind of confident. I have to be hopeful that we'll science our way out of global warming. because we ain't going to fix us.
I'm along the lines of Jeff Goldblum there. Life will find a way.
Yeah. It's just whether or not we're along for the ride with it.
Thank you, Dr. Malcolm.
Who's Dr. Melvin?
Ian Malcolm.
Ian Malcolm, wasn't he the guy who says that in Jurassic Park?
I thought you said Melvin. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's Jeff Goldblum's character.
So, back to the movie. So, anyways, he gets the call, basically, right? To go, basically, and meets this old professor he knows. He's like, hey, man, I got this idea. Yeah, he's like all casual shit. Hey, man, I got this idea, man. We're gonna throw you into space, and you're gonna go through this black hole we just found.
It's a wormhole.
Okay, wormhole. Yeah, thank you. Wormhole, and we don't really know what's gonna happen, but we know we sent some other people there, and they found some shit, like some planets, and you're gonna check those planets out.
Well, at least they said they found some shit.
Yeah, they said they
Dun,
found
dun, dun.
You can either go through the wormhole and potentially try and find a planet to save humanity, or you can stay here and
Die with
know
the rest
for
of us.
certain that your daughter's going to die.
Yeah, basically, yeah. He does give them that whole caveat of you can save the Earth, so you can basically go to find these other planets, so we can take everybody off of Earth and live this other planet, like your kids.
It's like plan A is we're going to try and save the people that's here. Plan B, we're going to take this case of embryos and we're going to colonize a planet with these embryos, basically. If the rest of the world doesn't make it, at least we'll still survive somehow. And, like, there's this, like, whole, like, you know, but do this for your kids. You know, you'll miss them for a while, but won't this help them in the long run?
My first question, though, about that. They sent out 12 people,
Yeah.
and only 3 people found actual planets that survived, or, like, only 3 people survived?
3 people found somewhat habitable planets and survived.
Okay. So then the other people lost their lives.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they died.
Okay, just wondering. So it's
Hence
like,
the bravery.
yeah, I get that now. That was sad. Which, by the way, reminds me of a better quote that I actually liked from that movie. And it kind of makes me go like, yeah, why is that true? Or we should travel to like planets and other solar systems, like that, hopefully one day. And it's mankind was born on Earth. It wasn't meant to die here. I thought that was really poetic and cool.
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds like something Carl Sagan would say.
As a species, humanity as a whole, we can't survive going into the future if we can't start colonizing other planets and extend beyond our solar system.
I mean, eventually, yeah. We have to. We either have to do
Yo,
it.
Elon Musk has got the goal. Yo, you hear about the space race? Are you ready for Ryan's random articles?
Ryan's random articles. Ryan's random articles.
China's launched their attempt at space race. Their
Oh,
their goal is to land on Mars with humans by 2033. They set their date. They said, you know what, we're going to land there by 2033. So like Elon Musk, yo, you got your competition stamped out for you.
Who?
It's on. Elon Musk,
And China.
Tesla.
Oh, in China.
Yeah. So Elon Musk is running SpaceX.
Yeah, I know that.
And he got the contract to go for them to go to Mars.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because he was able to develop the reusable rocket. That's how he was able to do it. So by him going through the SpaceX program and designing a reusable rocket, it saves literally millions and millions of dollars instead of wasting that booster pack
Yeah.
that just falls down to Earth. And it's like, okay, well, that's garbage now.
Yeah, you were saying something about that, Jane. It's like,
Honestly, that blew my mind. They're just like, detachment number 1. And then it's just like this piece of the spaceship kind of like falls off of it. I'm like, okay, so where does that go? That just orbits? That just floats around like garbage? What's happening with that? And then they're like, oh, it either burn up on entry or it'll crash down to Earth or it'll stay space junk. And I'm just like, but
hopefully
that's
one of the first two.
littering.
Hopefully one of the first two.
Yeah, didn't you know, like, we have tons of space trash up there from broken satellites and, like, pieces of the spaceship breaking off.
Oh,
Like,
cool.
that.
So not only are we polluting Earth, we're polluting space, too.
Yeah, actually, that's
wanna
that's
hear-
a big problem, the polluting of space, because, like, eventually, especially when, like, the U.S. and China have both, like, fired rockets out and destroyed their own satellites and just caused a bunch of million little fucking, like, screw-sized pieces that you can't track. So, and those things, in order to orbit the Earth, you have to go at like 17,000 kilometers per second.
I think the States like once
Or per.
So a tiny little screw ripped a hole through the Canadarm 3 or 4 weeks ago. Like a tiny little screw. Because like if it's going 17,000 kilometers a second, like it's going to do some damage. It'll tear a hole through your house.
See, and that's why it baffled me. It was just like, what? Goodbye. Okay, they're littering. Like,
And if we keep going at the rate we're currently going with the space junk, it could get so bad that it will make it difficult for us to actually launch space shuttles off of the planet, because we'll have to try and get through the atmosphere without getting damaged by our own space junk.
you want to know what's funny? This is done by some of the smartest people in the world, and yet it's still fucking stupid. Like,
no, wait a minute. Before
Honest.
you start, but wouldn't that also protect us from like meteors? Maybe like a giant like metal shield.
God,
Space trash.
Like that,
Also,
that's
correction,
great.
17,000 miles per hour.
still
7.6 kilometers per second.
a lot.
That's crazy.
Like per second. Like that, every single one of those is 7.6 goddamn kilometers. Like, that's a 25, 30-minute bike ride if you're fucking going.
Some companies have tried to combat this problem, which is why one company recently launched a wooden satellite, which is interesting because
That's
that
sick.
means it might burn. It'll probably burn up on, like, once it's done its lifetime and it kind of fails and comes back down to Earth. It'll probably burn up mostly before it hits anything.
What if?
What about splinters? What if it explodes? Wood shuttles
Imagine getting a splinter in your eye from 10,000 feet in the air.
in space.
What if they made like a material that could be like a net
They're actually working on that.
that they could put between some ships and like bloop bloop, you know, kind of like a net in the sea, but it's like bloop bloop, and in the sky, but they're collecting all the metal and space junk.
There's thought about nets. Yeah, nets are on the table for like a solution to this.
That's
They're
not
trying to figure it
stupid.
out. No, maybe like the bloop 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 part wasn't the most scientific. The net idea, it's like basically just like AI powered drones. They just look for space junk, like a Wally, like a little space Wally.
Oh my god! But they fly.
But they little zoop zoop.
Oh, little zoop zoop. Oh my god!
Can I just say one thing? Yeah. In space, nobody hears you bloop bloop.
It's true. It's true. No one can hear you scream in space.
I do want to say that was one thing I did like about the movie was there was part when they finally got to space and like things would like make like when they're on the outside of the spaceship and things that would move and stuff that you would think would sound like whatever made nothing.
The only thing you hear is the intercom. That's why
Yep.
even their voices sounded like they're coming through like a microphone in their helmet.
It was I was like holy shit that's why I'm glad we went upstairs and watched that fucking movie not on that shitty little thing on downstairs.
Yeah.
We needed that good fucking surround or not surround but good sound and big screen because there was a lot of good visuals in that movie.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of sound, at the end of the movie, I'm not spoiling nothing. It's because it's just soundtrack. It's just like sounds like Hans Zimmer just fucking like organing at you, like you know what I mean, like soundscapes, and it's just screaming and it's just buzzing the TV. Like some frequency in Hans Zimmer's music is just making the TV go like.
Yeah, I was rattling.
Like I'm like, is this thing gonna fucking explode?
Maybe it was 432 hertz, the frequency of the universe.
Don't get me started on that.
I'm not gonna dive now. No crazy rabbit holes.
Here we go.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna smoke a bowl.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not special. It's just flat.
So, the main character, Cooper, as we've been talking about, he's played by Mathew McConaughey.
Cooper.
And he lives on a farm with his dad. I think that was his dad. Was it his dad?
Yeah.
Or was this like his... No, it would be his father-in-law.
Yeah, it's his father-in-law. It's his
Right.
wife's dad.
Right, okay, his father.
Right.
Played by John Lithgow. And the professor guy that Cooper knows from NASA is played by Michael Caine. Alfred, yeah. Well,
Oh, that's why he was familiar.
there was a scene where they talk to each other, Lithgow and John McCain. Wow,
Not
Come
quite-
on.
Michael Caine. Anyways, they talk to each other, and it made me just want a buddy cop movie with those two. It would be hilarious. Like the British cop comes to America, and he has to team up with this other detective who's American. And, they have to play off each other. I think it'd be great. Those two fucking would be hilarious in a fucking madcap
Kind of
form.
like a Starsky and Hutch type movie.
Almost like that. More like anyone here seen, is it? Not Raw Deal. It's Red Heat. I think it's Red Heat. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jim Belushi. And it's about basically a Russian cop that comes to America and teams up with this, I'm not really by the book detective either kind of guy from America. And it's pretty fun. I like the movies. People really don't like Jim Belushi for some reason. I think he's hilarious. I think he's fun.
I had a funny thought while watching the movie, and it's space related, and it's movie related.
And you don't remember.
Oh no, I remember.
Okay.
Mathew McConaughey is just the new William Shatner with his pauses. All right.
I see it. I can see it.
Like, listen to all his speech during that whole fucking thing. He was like literally just trying to embody like William Shatner.
I honestly, I'm not a huge Matthew McConaughey fan. Like, I don't hate him, but he's not like my, main favorite in a movie. Like, he's a good side character, but this one I actually really enjoyed him in. I love the robots.
Yeah, honestly, the robots are the best actors.
Oh, yeah.
And Romilly or whatever.
that guy
Romilly
too.
was good. But pretty much every other actor in the movie was I didn't like.
I was a little shocked Matt Damon showed up. I was like, what the fuck is this guy doing here? Is he just in everything now? Like,
Spoilers if you haven't seen this movie, but it's like
this
how
whole
fucking
movie
old, so
spoilers.
fuck
yeah,
off.
his movie episode. Just don't watch this one if you haven't watched Interstellar.
Don't listen to this one. People can't watch this. We're not live. We're not on video yet.
Oh, YouTube.
Matt Damon is a total jerk.
No one really watches when they put us on YouTube. They just put it on YouTube and fuck off.
nobody
and do something
really
else.
listens on YouTube very much anyway. I think we have like 2 listeners regularly on YouTube.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love you. Shout out to Julie.
But yeah, Matt Damon shows up and he's a dick character in this movie. I kind of expected it because come on.
It's Matt Damon.
Well, it's not Damon. He doesn't always play a dick characters, but
They needed to, that
80%
role
of the
needed
time?
to be filled.
yeah, I was gonna say they wouldn't put someone like Matt Damon in a movie role that's just like
They already have the hero,
right. We
so
have-
he can't be the hero. So he has to
Exactly.
be the other thing he does. Is that what you were going for?
yes,
Anti-hero?
not even close. Well, yes, I guess you could say he's anti-hero
Because he didn't start with evil intentions. He just broke under the test.
that and he wanted to still save mankind,
He was being dumb about it.
but he didn't want to do it on that planet. He knew that planet was no good. He needed to get everyone. He wanted to go get those embryos and go to Plan B, but on Edmund's planet or someone's planet that has what they're looking
Yeah,
for.
and he fully intended to leave them behind, but he fucked up.
Because he was sending back signals, as they said, like that were saying
Everything's good, but he
everything's
just
good here.
wanted
Come
somebody
live here.
to come get him.
Yeah, he just.
Habitable planet. Come here. I'm alive.
Also, how I knew he was an evil motherfucker. His robot was all fucked up, and I was like, "Why is his robot all fucked up?" He got attacked, and then he's like, "Oh, I decommissioned it." And so I was like, "If you need companionship, why would you decommission the only thing that?" Because those things were like sentient to me. Like I was laughing at those fucking robots through most
Those
of
are
the
Wall-E,
fucking movie.
but with English
They had
humor settings and shit. And
trust settings.
Oh my god. So funny. Apparently lower than yours.
and they all have different personalities too.
Exactly,
Which I
it's
loved.
Perfect, yeah. Because Tars, I think, was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He was like all not sassy, but just
Yeah, sassy and
was he sassy?
quirky
Yeah. Because I know
And
the other one, Case,
The
was
one was like so
cool and calm and collected.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was there the little Eeyore one I loved?
That was Tars.
I loved him.
So Matt Damon probably decommissioned his because he was giving him advice to go against what he was going to do.
That's what I think.
Falsely leading humans there.
He said that he mistaken organic compounds for like something crystals.
Yeah. But would one of those really do that though?
Well,
Seems
he
pretty smart.
probably just he misinterpreted the data because he was looking for what he wanted to find through confirmation bias, and like the machine's just like, no, you idiot, it's this, like I am a testing unit, like I can test this.
Oh, so
you
it-
just look at it.
So he was telling him, no, it's bad here. We can't do it. He's like, no, we're going to make this work. We're going to fucking make this work. We're going to make this work.
That's what I'm thinking, and
Yeah,
then
okay.
he decommissioned him to stop him from like overriding the ship or something. Hence the 90% trust setting, because full or honesty setting, because full honesty, 100% honesty, is not always the best for emotional beings like humans. You don't always want to hear what the best option is, because sometimes you're not part of that best option.
Yeah. That's what Mathew McConaughey said at the end there.
Yeah.
It was a really good movie. I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I went into it not really high hoping. Like I thought I was honestly gonna pass out. I was sitting on the bed and I was laying there. And I'm like, this is gonna be interesting. And then all of a sudden, it just started getting more and more interesting. And I'm like, I have no idea what's happening, but I'm interested in what's happening. And then I'm just like, okay, I get what's happening. Now they're speaking stuff I don't understand, but this is cool. And then I'm just like, I could dig this, and then I just watched the rest of it.
Speaking of high hopes,
You smoke weed about this?
yup.
Well, I'm going to say I was the same way. I was the kind of like, yeah, I like space stuff like this, but some of this stuff is kind of go over my head what we're talking about, but at the same time, it was interesting. And then when they got to the first planet, I know we jumped all over the place and stuff like that, but the first planet that they visit to save one of the people,
The big gravity one next to the Gargantua or whatever.
yeah, the one that takes 7 years for every hour.
Hour.
Oh, I was just like, whoa, man, that means like 2 hours, 14 years, right? So, like, that's just crazy. So, anyways, they land on this fucking planet, and it's just water, and, like, just open water, all you can see.
I'm only 4 hours old on that planet. Yeah. My whole life is just 4 hours.
Yeah,
on
that
planet.
makes sense,
Same
yeah.
with yours.
Oh shit!
28, yeah.
4 hours.
TikTok bitches.
But that is how relativity works. The higher your gravitational field, the slower you move through time. It also works with speed. The faster you go, then, and the more energy you give off,
What
the
is
slower you move through time.
what is time though? Like we
Space.
just measure that. I don't know, man.
It's the fifth dimension.
Like I said, there was a lot of brain breaking stuff, but at the same time, I was like, whoa, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Though-
In order to, it gets really convoluted when you start talking about like the speed of causality and like what is time, like Ryan asked, right? It gets pretty convoluted, like, and hard to understand. There's a lot of graphs trying to teach your brain how to understand this complex, like, system of rules, or at least phenomena. How it works, basically, how something so abstract would work. Like, trying to visualize something like a tesseract, which is, like that 4-dimensional cube. You know what I mean? Where it's like a cube inside a cube that's part cube and half cube, and like it's like a 4th dimension cube, basically. That's the pictures you see of it is our best way of seeing it, but it's not what it would be because we can't fathom what it would be because we are in 3 dimensions.
Oh,
Do you think maybe the universe was actually created from an advanced human civilization, like the movie suggests?
That's like the chicken and
Maybe
the egg.
did we come first?
Do you say the
Or
universe or the human race?
The universe.
The universe was created by the human race.
Not necessarily. Maybe like we evolved. Maybe we keep going. Like maybe we don't get wiped out by asteroids in the next 1,000 years or whatever, and we kind of get to that. What are the stages of evolution of a
Like stage 5 civilization kind of
yeah,
thing? Where
yeah.
we're just like Interstellar.
Yeah.
roll credits.
That would be crazy because like right now we just have like our own planet's resources, but with the space race headed now 2033 to Mars, Like, if we start colonizing the resources, the full resources of our solar system, that gets us to stage, what, 2 is? 2 is it?
Yeah.
Well, in the movie, they're
Stage
going...
3 is the galaxy. Sorry.
In the movie, they're going through a wormhole so they can get to another galaxy, because none of our planets in the movie are habitable.
2 things though. First of all,
Maybe just one.
well, I have one thing that I am kind of keep coming back to in my mind. One thing I didn't really like about the movie, my only real gripe with it, was the fact that she jumped to the whole conclusion real quick that it was her dad was her ghost. Like, it was just like, it was him.
Well, I mean, it took her like, what, 45 years?
Yeah, but it
wasn't quick.
I know, but
I mean, on that one planet it was, but...
yeah, but I mean, like, to me, it just seemed like, you know, like, it was able to piece those pieces really quickly in that room. You know, I don't know, it just seems really weird to me. I don't know, it was just like, huh.
I had a real Armageddon feel at one point when he, like, shoots himself off from into the black hole. I'm like, oh,
Like
God.
ejects?
What?
Like ejects?
Yeah, like when he ejects, and then I'm just like, what is happening? Is he literally like, what? And then it goes through that, like, cool thing, but at the same time, like, I'm just like, is this seriously going Armageddon right now? What, you can't do that. Like, you can't, there's already been an Armageddon.
Sacrificial, man. There's always the hero that's willing to put his life on the line for others.
That was also a very cool sound scene, too, because, like, when he ejected, all you hear is, like, the beeping of the machines, everything piling onto that machine, or his spaceship, spaceship. And he fucking ejects, all of a sudden, everything just stops. The sound, everything, all you hear is him, like... Sorry.
No, that was fine, because that's, like, it's uncomfortable until it's supposed to be uncomfortable, like that. Like, it was so well done. Like,
exactly, which is, like, crazy.
Because that's what you're hearing is literally his mic transmission from his helmet.
Yeah.
That's, like, the only thing he can hear is himself. So he's hearing breathing. He's, like, even, like, a slight faint, like a heartbeat, like...
Because it's in a suit.
That's scary.
There's no other sound around.
Ugh, I don't like that. Well, that kind of that's like the one scene where Romley, the one guy, is just like, I can't handle not this, like, metal contraption anymore, right? And he gives him headphones that has, like, bird sounds and, like, a thunderstorm and stuff like that. And I feel like, is that, like, that should be, like, an actual thing? Is that an actual thing where that astronauts do? Because, like, that totally makes sense.
For sure, it has to be, right? Because, like, if you think about it, you're up there, and it's going to be silent besides hearing your own footsteps and whatnot.
Yeah. There's a lot of work that astronauts have to do in order to stay sane and healthy, and they have to exercise a lot, or because their bone density drops
Exactly,
when they're in space.
They pee out their bones, basically.
That's fucked up.
Just from low gravity
Yeah.
to no gravity.
Oh, man.
I know some shit.
Yeah, space is getting up there with water, man.
Scary.
At least you're pretty far away from space, though.
I think it also affects your veins. I think it has something to do with the contraction
the
of your
pressure.
veins and the blood pressure.
Yeah, the outside pressure versus the pressure of you, and, like, also just the free floating of your blood, probably.
Yeah, so coming back, they have some sort of blood pressure or
Makes
cardiovascular
sense, 'cause
issues.
there's no gravity to push your blood down to your feet.
Yeah, so coming back here, they have to kind of readjust, and there's a couple different health issues that they have on it.
But they get to go to fucking space, bruh. Like, come see, come saw, like...
Yeah, but like that guy that was playing guitar in space and was out there for like a year.
Chris
like
Hadfield?
That took a toll on his body.
He had to stay fit. He had to run on treadmills. He had to, like, lift weights.
Was that a real person?
Yeah, Chris Hadfield.
Canadian.
He brought weed on up there.
Fucking Canadian would.
Oh.
I'm going to space. I'm taking some dope.
He didn't
said that
smoke any of
before,
it, but he brought it up there.
Yeah, before it was legal.
Obviously, he's not allowed to light a lighter on the goddamn space station. He's just like, it's not about weed. He's like, I can't bring a
Symbolism.
lighter up here. Like, I just brought weed because I'm
Okay.
Canadian and weed is legal.
Guess
And
what you can do? You can bring a
I was
vaporizer.
gonna ask that. Would a vaporizer work? Could you bring a vaporizer?
Can you?
I don't know, but let's send him with one.
Oh, no, I'm gonna take a little bit of my vaporizer.
Yeah, same.
Same. I don't have a vaporizer. I'm gonna have just a regular toke.
Nerd.
You're the one with this high-tech fancy gadget. I'm sitting here with like a gravity bong, like that uses like fucking pressure differential from water to air. Like,
It is old school, okay?
Okay, poor nerd.
I mean, it's got,
Good God.
Interstellar purred. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah. Could they use vapes up there? That'd be nice. And send one of those.
I had a question that just occurred to me about when they went into the
Cryogenics?
Yeah, I can't say that word.
That's cool.
I can't say it. I can't say that word.
Hypersleep. Can you say hypersleep?
Hypersleep.
Cool, that works.
The sleepy
today's
things.
episode of Trina Can English.
Okay. I kind of had it answered for me, I think, but how do they get out? Like, he had to pull a string to open up the guy, like, to get Matt Damon's character out of the cryogenics. Like, oh, I said it! Oh, I said
You
it!
just nailed it.
Yeah.
But they had to pull the string to get him out of the wet bag thing.
That's
Do they
'cause he-
have like an inner one that is just like they can get out themselves?
Well, they have to. Basically, he said this. He didn't set a timer the last time he went. He didn't set a wake up time the last time he went to sleep.
Oh, okay.
He just went to sleep without setting a timer to wake up, so it would not auto wake him up. He would just sleep until someone unslept him.
So all the rest of them, they would have it automatically unzip then?
Yeah, when they to the time where they have set. I mean, fucking hopefully, like hopefully it doesn't just malfunction. And you get some Futurama shit where it stays 1,000 years.
Well, I think there's tents nowadays that have the zipper on both sides. I think it would be simple enough to just put a fucking zipper on both sides that they can just go.
But you're asleep though.
But it's like a
I mean,
pull
when you wake
string.
up. Yeah, but it looked like it's like a pull string that attached to like a zipper, like almost like anyways.
Oh, probably they probably have one, but like you need to be woken up first.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it wakes you up, you'll be able to. Like, she's asking, like, if you weren't there and you woke up, would you be able to get out with that thing?
Oh, probably.
So that's what I'm saying. They probably have like an inner thing that you pull on, it opens it up.
Because
NASA.
like he said that they were gone for like at one point the Romley was like you guys have been gone for 23 years. I slept for a while, but I figured at a certain point I didn't think you guys were coming back, so I had to live my life stuck here, right? So like he was sleeping, but then like when I saw that them pull that guy out, I'm like, wait, how the fuck did the other guy get out?
Yeah,
Because he set his own timer.
Okay,
Yeah.
see, I didn't get that.
Yeah.
it's probably like the sleeping bag thing where there's a little cord on the inside, and like it probably like as the timer sets, wakes him up, opens him up, and like they probably don't wake up right away. Like they kind of rushed him to wake up in the movie, which is why they opened it on him. But they probably just open it up, thaw him out, and then they're like, all right, we'll leave him for 4 hours, and whenever the human wakes up, like a little baby in their little egg cocoon, like eventually they're going to be like, yeah, you know what, I'm awake.
What freaked me out was the water. They like submerge the bag in water, and I'm like, but that's a lot. I didn't like that.
You know what's kind of crazy? Is that they're actually looking into some sort of jellyfish or some sort of fish in the sea to try and learn more about them, and if we can take certain properties from them to maybe make cryogenic freezing a viable option for getting to a longer distance, like a planet or Proxima Centauri.
Oh, like things that can handle with like extreme colds, like things with
Yeah.
anti-freeze blood, basically.
Yeah, well, like we can't get
Turn
humans.
this into little human heart tardigrades, or big tardigrades, I guess. Big human tardigrades. That'd be sick. That goes back to what you were talking about with like, do you want to live 1,000 years? Or
True. Yeah.
No,
Freeze
but
yourself?
I'm very excited for the next
Wake up 1,000 years
20,
later.
30 years.
I'd be down for 1,000. It seems like a long time, but it's not forever. 1,000's not that long in the geological scale of things.
You know, here's my catch.
Get to see a couple generations
if I
of
get to
turtles.
live, if I get to live 1,000 years, then I don't want to live all 1,000 in this solar system.
Yeah, hopefully, like in 200 years, we can just go somewhere.
Wouldn't that be shitty? You wake up from your fucking 1,000-year fucking freeze sleep, and you're
still here.
You're still here, but you realize they did leave Earth, and you and a bunch of other people are just still stuck on Earth because they forgot your fucking ass is here.
They do this every time. They leave me here.
Yo,
You still forget
leave
luggage.
Yeah, start treating Ryan like luggage rather than people because he's in hypersleep.
Oh, you guys would treat me like Han Solo. Straight up. He's locked in carbonite, man. He'll never know. How's he gonna know? He's never gonna know.
Ryan is my coffee table. Nice coffee table. What is it? Oh, it's a riot.
I've never heard of that brand.
One of a kind.
Who sells it? IKEA? Sure.
He still thinks he's the funniest guy in the world.
Even as a table.
So what's she smoking, Chris?
Oh, thank you, Jenny. I am smoking the deliciousness that we will call Jack Hayes.
Is it called, or we will call it?
No, it's called Jack Hayes.
Jack Hayes?
Yeah, Jack Hayes.
Nice.
It's a nice, delicious. But do we have more busted up there, huh?
Yeah.
Well, here, bust up this because we gotta pass this around for everyone to try.
Okay.
It's a delicious strain of indica or sativa. Sorry, it's a
Sativa.
Yes, because
I like that.
we're doing this another late one because we watched a 3-hour movie. Yeah. Oh shit! We just missed 420.
Oh, I even saw it 5 minutes ago, and I was like, but I didn't want to cut someone off, so
right.
I just let it slide, and then we tangent.
God damn it.
Well, let's talk the new weed for the sake of 420.
Hey.
Arbitrary weed smoking time. It's not 420. We don't say it.
It's 420 somewhere.
It's not.
It's not, though.
It's literally not. Could you imagine 1 minute time zones? The chaos. Like, could you imagine trying to track your package from across London? There'd be a 15-minute delay.
I'm sorry. I don't know why track
Hey.
your package sounded really dirty to me, but it did.
on some planet, on some distant galaxy, it's probably 420. If Interstellar taught me anything.
Maybe. Okay.
Well, I don't even know if their 420 would be 420.
Doesn't matter. It's 420 to us.
What if 420 didn't exist for them?
Let's never talk about that.
No, I mean, what if they had their own 420? It just wasn't called 420 or at 420.
True.
It was 420 in. It was 420 in Ulaanbaatar. Anybody know where that is?
Is that somewhere in South America?
I have no idea.
On this episode of Ryan Can't Map.
I mean,
just me,
that looks
motherfucker.
like a giant picture of Russia. I'm gonna take it. What does that look like to you, Spinny?
Is it 4:20 p.m. there?
It was 4:22
Yeah,
p.m. when
there's
I would look
Beijing. Where is
because it was 2 minutes late.
It's in Beijing, dude.
What's the capital, Beijing?
I don't think that's where I was looking.
Beijing is the capital of China.
Yeah, so
I knew that.
On this episode of Trina Can't Map.
You know what I was trying to say, and I fucked it up.
So there's the distance between Ulaanbaatar and Beijing. So I'm not sure if it's in China. It doesn't really show borders.
That's a terrible map.
It's my clock map because I was trying to find another place that was at 4:20. 12-hour difference. Other side of the planet.
Thank you, Ryan, for trying. But yeah, there is no 1 minute different time zone.
Did you pack a toke? Pack a toke.
No, I wasn't looking for the 1 minute time. I wasn't looking for the 1 minute time difference, man.
Right.
It was 4:20.
Well, take a toke with this Jack Hayes that we're passing around for everyone to try.
I got mine packed.
And that's got a little bit of moisture to it.
That's
You've
what
got
she
a little
said.
bit of moisture to it.
So
That was awful. I hate you for that.
Jack Hayes is a rare, highly sativa-dominant hybrid strain. 90% sativa, 10% indica.
I like that.
Oh, for sure. It's created by crossing the infamous Jack Harrer and Super Silver Haze strains.
Jack Hare and Super Silver Star Strain.
Want to try that one again?
No, because I don't know what you said. I'm
Did
guessing.
I do that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God.
Super Silver Haze.
Super
strains.
Silver Haze. It's like the Silver Surfer. Like I was like, it has alliteration. It jumbled all in my head, but I couldn't.
Well, I've had the Super Silver Haze before, and it's amazing strain.
Silver Surfer Haze. It's the silver. Even when you say it right, it sounds like
But
it.
you stumble over it every once in a while, and it
It's
just sounds
just
like
too many S's for me, maybe. I don't know.
We're gonna listen back, and he's saying it right. We're just high as fuck.
Anyways, this bud brings on the ultimate in heady highs with a stony effect that would totally leave you dazed for hours and hours on end.
with a what that will leave us what?
High.
Jack Hayes High. It starts with a rush of euphoric effects that'll fill you with a sense of pure happiness and ease, easing away negative or racing thoughts.
You are a very fast talker.
Like,
Marijuana.
and when I'm reading something, and I'm reading this all from our great friends at allbud.com. We don't know them or nothing, but I like to use their site for some good knowledge on some of the strains we use, because sometimes the ones online for like the stores and stuff, they're not really too
Descriptive.
descriptive. And yeah, I could sit down and I could write all it out how I totally feel about this bud, but I just like smoking it. You really want my full honest opinion? It tastes good. It smokes good.
That's what matters.
And we picked it up from our local dispensary at Forest City Marijuana, as per usual.
Yes, we love that place.
Just out of curiosity, are you
Yes, I am
dying from that
yes.
hit
Yeah, I'm dying.
from the Jack Hayes?
Yeah, Jack Hayes tweet.
Jack Hayes.
Hold on, I'm gonna take my hit.
Yeah, like I said.
Thank you, Chris.
You're welcome. Like I said, you can pass it around so everyone tries it. Everyone gets to know the feel of it. That's the whole point of explaining the strain, right?
Explain the strain, taste the strain.
Give us your opinion on the strain.
It's got a good flavor. Good kick. Not too harsh.
It does have a good kick. It's a little harsh for me,
A little bit.
but it's
Yeah.
tasty.
Like, I mix with tobacco, as we all know, and I can still taste it. I can still taste it over the tobacco, which isn't very common.
I think we've all got our different levels of weed tolerances. Spinny, wrecked. Katrina mixes with weed. Then there's me, eats a bud a week.
About a week. I would say you're exaggerating, but I don't think you really are.
I have had one bud this week.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Oh
What's the
God.
strain you ate this week?
What did?
Ryan's explained the strain. What strain did you eat this
Totally
week?
different take. I think it was the nightmare cookies.
Okay, just because it has cookies in the title doesn't mean you can eat it.
Not real cookies, man.
But if I dip it in chocolate,
It's like that.
That's the nightmare part, not the cookie part.
I swear to God, this bud eating conversation is the car that runs on water conversation from that 70s show.
I don't even care. It runs on water, man.
It tastes good in chocolate, man.
Oh God.
yeah, throw
I
some
dipped
Rice
it in
Krispies
chocolate-
in there.
I'm going to kill you. And now there's video edit, audio edit. Blah, 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 blah.
Is that the King of the Hill theme song?
Propane.
Do you like the smell? Propane in the morning.
I was gonna say, you like to smell?
I like to smell propane in the morning.
Not sure how far we can go with quoting that show before we get copyrights.
Pocket sand.
What? Where the fuck did that come from?
King of the show!
King of the show.
King of the show.
The show! King of the...
Hill?
Yeah.
I haven't seen every episode of that, so I don't remember that.
It's Dale. Dale's just like... He just has his hand in his pocket. He's, pocket sand.
Right.
and runs away.
I know this is about to dive into like King of the Hill episode, but my favorite episode ever in King of the Hill was the one where they go to Mexico, I think it is, and they get stuck over the border, and the fucking they're trying to cross over to the fucking water, and I think his name is Khan, the Vietnamese guy that's with them.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't swim, and so fucking King of the Hill, like Hank, puts him on his shoulders, and he's fucking running through the water or something like that, and I forget what happens, but Dale is also running and shit through the water, and he's like, look at me, and he falls over or something, gets hurt. The Chinese guy, or Vietnamese, I'm not sure what he was, actually.
He was Vietnamese.
Was he Vietnamese? Yeah, he was like, he laughs at him, he goes, look at me, like, he makes fun of him. I fucking died laughing in that episode. But yeah, so, Interstellar, anyone back to that, shall we?
I talked about that thing where the time beings and like basically had to make it so like the time beings had to exist in order to make the time beings exist.
Yeah, what I said earlier by how
Humans would have died without the time beings existing, but the time beings are humans.
Right. It's almost like us.
Like they have to have a manipulation of time. They have to be able to create their own timeline from the future.
So does that mean it's just a constant circle?
That's
It
what I'm
keeps
saying.
going
It's a
on
loop.
and on and on.
Maybe that's like life on Earth.
Just
in
I think
the
life in the universe. Yeah, like they maybe
Because,
that's a
So
metaphor
Like
for
with
that.
the equation, there should be more life in the galaxy and the universe than there is.
The Fermi paradox.
We haven't found any yet.
Yeah, the Fermi paradox.
So maybe we have to exist in order for the universe to have existed, and the universe has to have existed for us to be here.
see, weren't you saying earlier, off pod, we were talking earlier today before we watched the movie and stuff, because, we all hang out and watch the movie. You were talking about how, I think you were talking about that actually. You were talking about that actually, and it's basically, what if the Big Bang Theory, or the Big Bang was a universe exploding, and it was like our universe basically exploding, creating our universe?
That's exactly what it was.
So so we go so far in the future that our universe finally explodes, which creates the universe
Again.
that we become.
Does it like squish back in?
Well, I mean, like when like the whole supernova and everything like that happens, like that, it blows up everything, and a big black hole happens, and we all go through it, and like Big Bang Theory, Big Bang happens, and then again the Earth is anew somewhere, and life begins again.
I do like that idea. I don't feel like the entirety of the universe comes back. I feel like all the black holes eventually coalesce into a giant black hole, and then it turns into a singularity that just goes again. I feel like black holes are the secret to the Big Bang.
That's what I mean. Like,
You know what's interesting? After reading some articles, like I always do, my Ryan's random articles.
Yeah.
Apparently, black holes don't ever decrease in size.
Well, they do though.
No.
What is it different now?
Yeah. No, they
was,
don't.
Was Stephen Hawking wrong?
He might have been. I don't think they decrease in size. So, like, if two black holes collide, they create a mass that's greater than the two of them combined.
Oh.
Yeah. And what's more interesting about that is that if black holes don't decrease in size or disappear, then
But I thought they do disappear because like we make them with the Large Hadron Collider, just like micro ones for like a trillionth of a second. If they just like things just pop into existence, and that's how they start figuring out subatomic particles and what everything's made of, like the Higgs boson and stuff like that, is through stuff like that.
could be a recent development.
But like Hawking radiation, you like Stephen Hawking, right? Like do you know what Hawking radiation is?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, this is basically, I'm just trying to understand this. This article is saying that Hawking radiation might not be the right answer. There might be something that's misleading the data.
You know what? Let's find a source for this.
I was gonna say because like I looked it up and the first thing pops up was Hawking's radiation Wikipedia, and the first thing is like the escaping photon adds an equal amount of positive energy to the wider universe outside the black hole. In this way, no matter or energy ever actually leaves the black hole itself. Because of this, black holes that do not gain mass through other means are expected to shrink and ultimately vanish.
So basically, how Hawking radiation works is like virtual particles can pop up, and they're like pairs of particles, like a positive one and a negative one, like a proton and an anti-proton or whatever. Just like little particles can just appear because of little energy fluctuations in the cosmic soup of space.
And my bloop wasn't scientific.
It was pretty scientific in this case. Like it wasn't very. You know what? Yeah, you're right. I take that back. Bloop sounds exactly like something the scientists would say. But anyway, so like there's basically they appear all over the place. Those little virtual particles, and then they disappear instantly. Like there's probably some going through this room and happening, like neutrinos and stuff like that. So there's a chance that they can appear on one side of the event horizon, like the positive one can appear on this side of the event horizon, and then the negative one can appear on this side. And on this side, stuff can go away, and on this side, stuff has to get sucked in, like the event horizon. They were talking about the black hole in the movie, where once they got to a certain point, not even light could escape. That's why they can't get information from it. Right? It just sucks you in so hard. Once you go in, there's no going back. At a certain point, you cross the line. Basically, the particle hits that line, and one side goes in, the other side goes out, and the black hole loses mass.
Ready for this one? In an article that was posted 5 days ago, now one of Hawking's most famous theorems has been proven by observing ripples created in spacetime by the merger of two black holes. The theorem, first proposed in 1971, states that it is impossible for a black hole to decrease in size over time. This is India today. So, India, I hope you got your shit together. It's better than the curlytails.com.
Can I read that?
Call back to a later episode or earlier episode.
Anyways, I'm gonna finish this bowl of Jack Hayes that you gave me. Anybody else want to talk about something? You had a question?
No questions. Where were we with Interstellar?
Oh, I do have one question because it's kind of like
Does it involve
moral dilemma type question. So the moral dilemma with Interstella. Interstellar.
You're doing what to Stella now? Where are you?
Interstellar.
Maybe
Interstellar.
Maybe that should be named this episode.
Oh, God. So they only have enough fuel to land on one of the two planets. One of the planets has a beacon that's no longer transmitting, so the scientist could be dead, but the planet has a better chance for life, sustainability of life.
Yeah, so like it basically it's farther.
Like,
what they said was it was farther away from the black hole, so more things would have hit it.
Yeah.
Whereas like the planet closer to the black hole, it would have sucked all the comets and the asteroids that hit the planet that would have gave water and like things like that and nutrients.
Yeah. So your choice is one planet where it's good for life, but the scientist might not be alive. I mean, no transmitting beacon. Or the second one where the beacon is transmitting, but it doesn't look like it's good for life. And the scientist is like literally alive, waiting there for you. Your choice to go planet A or planet B.
Planet A is the one that is farther away from the black hole.
Yeah, the better chance for life, but the scientist doesn't seem to be alive.
Okay, well, I would go to that one. Because it transmitted for a bit, right? Like a few years, and then it stopped.
Yeah.
That's what it said?
Well, yeah, I don't know, because like they landed on the one planet.
But the gravitation.
Interesting, in the movie Interstellar, they landed on the one planet, and they were like, this person's dead or whatever. They were like, we don't, like, this person could have just died minutes ago because of the change in time relativity.
The time dilation, yeah.
That was like the trippy part of that whole thing was that, like, when she was like, she probably just landed maybe like 7 hours ago, and probably died just minutes ago. I was like, yeah, that's true, right? Because for her, the 7 hours would have been like so many like years on fucking Earth.
And then the person that was like upside down in the water when they left, you don't know which one that was.
True.
I thought it was pretty clear that it was Doyle.
Yeah, but like it's upside down for a reason.
Oh, okay.
Because she just died minutes ago too.
True. Okay.
Right? It doesn't like pan to it, it just cuts to it. To a random body in the water. It could be either of them. I think it's ambiguous on purpose. I think that was pretty stark.
Well, I thought because they all had like the same kind of what do you call that thing? Bunker. An orange bunker. So it seemed like she might have died inside her bunker because it got hit with water. Like maybe her bunker was set up and stuff like that when she landed, and then the water wave came in and fucking just took her out her bunker and shit like that, and she died inside the bunker.
True.
Like I said, you could be right too.
If she'd
Yeah.
even had time to set that up, though.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, I don't know how it worked, but it looked like maybe it was like already set up for them, like with like.
No, they had to set it up.
But they
No,
didn't set it up?
yeah, and like the way when they got there, those waves were like every like 5 minutes.
Those
10
people were the
minutes.
first people to ever go on those planets.
That's true. Yeah,
So they had to set those up.
that was the same.
How would they be set up beforehand?
robots?
No.
They had fucking these drones and shit like that, right? So I figured they might have had like some kind of robots go in, set up these base camps because robots, like he said, robot don't have. Matt Damon's character said this.
Their survival instinct.
Yeah, have no survival instinct, so
They're
they
not
can't.
scared.
They don't get scared. They'll fucking have no survival instinct. So that's why you have to send humans. So they probably sent robots first, build this stuff, and I was like, okay, that's built. Let's send the humans. And then 12 brave.
I have a feeling
weird
though, like if it was just literally Tarzan Case controlling that ship and they just had more control, like I don't think anything would have gone wrong. Like I think they would have been fucking fine.
Yeah.
Tars was the one that ended up doing the fucking thingy with like the docking, the ship docking at the end.
Yeah.
And Cooper's just yelling shit at him. He's like not even with the joystick. Like no, it's the robot doing it because you're just getting like squished by the G's. G. That was dumb, but whatever. But no, like yeah, I honestly think like put the 2 robots up there, maybe 4 or 5 robots. The robots aren't going to fight. They're literally the same guy with different voices. Yeah. There's 5 of the same dude. They're not going to fight. They're not even, they are one thing. You can't fight with yourself. No. They're all in agreement all the time. And I have a feeling they would have just like been like, oh, that planet's really close. It's like, I detect water. Well, there'd be waves. And like they would have done the simulations.
Yeah.
And then they would have just been like, cool, well, let's go check it out. All right, leave.
I think the problem is making an intelligent AI and keeping control of it.
But they were intelligent.
I know. The challenge is staying in control. Otherwise, now, Skynet.
Yeah.
Sort of.
But like, seriously, though. Like, they seemed rational. Like, they have an objective. They're not just out there and be like, all right, go have free will. Like, no, fucking do the fucking thing I told you to do when you were home. Like, you're going to go out and do the thing. It's like trusting your kid to go to the store. Like, but with space in, like, another planet. Like, I'm not saying, like, let these things just have full reign and just go for it. Like, no, like, follow protocol. And it's like, right?
Well, like the robot said, even in there that he's like, you don't have to ask me to do anything. I'm a robot. Basically, I'll do whatever you say.
Yeah.
So it's basically, saying that no matter what, it's gonna do what you say.
All in all, it was very interesting. Like movie. I did, like I said, I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I did.
I really dug it.
Yeah.
Good.
Good choice, guys.
Glad to hear it.
I think the plot line is so good. And the only reason I say that is because, like, remember how we had that episode where we were talking about actors we hate? Yeah, there's a bunch of them in this movie. Like, there's just some annoying people in this movie, but it's still such a good movie, even despite that. Like, with Anne Hathaway's love crying and, like, that she does in every movie. Like...
Oh, yeah, Anne Hathaway's in it. We didn't mention that.
It is kind of funny to kind of set her up for it, because, like, he's like, well, who, you can tell him? And he's like, tell me what? And she's like, or Cooper is like, she's in love with Wolf Edmund, and all of a sudden the camera pans on her, and there's her eyes all watery.
Yeah, it's like there's the Anne Hathaway crying scene, like, and roll credits.
Just set him up, and she knocks it down.
Yeah, like it's a little, it's been done, and it will be done in every Anne Hathaway movie. It's her shtick, but like, yeah, even despite that, like the Les Miserables fucking aspect of this movie, it's still great. It's still such a great storyline, plot line, and how they showed all the science.
It was cool.
How they showed the black hole.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't care. I love her as Catwoman, though.
What?
Anne Hathaway played Catwoman in Batman movies, Dark Knight trilogy movies, Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah. No, she is a good actor.
True, yeah.
Just fun.
Yeah, true.
It's just easy to pick on people.
Well, Ryan said that there's an actor that he didn't mention about the ones he hated, and that's the star of this fucking movie.
Matt Damon. He was a pretty big jerk.
Oh, you said Matt Damon. Oh, I thought you said Mathew McConaughey.
No, it came up later on.
No, I kind of respect my Mathew McConaughey. Like, he's you listen to some of his speeches that he gave to universities on YouTube, like the valedictorian, like the motivational speeches to like the grads. I don't know, man. He's got some wise words of wisdom.
Yeah, who I like listening to, Ashton Kutcher. He's actually really interesting.
True. Wow, did not see that coming.
Yeah, he's actually kind of smart.
You want to listen to Dunce Cap, Mr. Helmet Head over there?
Have you heard him talk about women's rights?
I'm just teasing. I'm being
just
being
because
a
it's the
jerk.
character he plays. It's like Keanu Reeves, not an idiot, but he was an idiot for 20 years because he played that fucking role.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
Yeah, okay. Ashton Kutcher, yes, will always be Kelso, but he actually is very intellectually, like, interesting to listen to. I listened to him talk about, like, just... I can't even remember what the video was about. I think it was about abortion or some sort of women's rights. Or I think it was about the Me Too movement when that all came out. And, like, he has a daughter, right? So he was extremely for that movement. And, like, he has a bunch of charities and stuff like that for kids and stuff. And he's just a really interesting person.
I like Mathew McConaughey. That'd be great. No, but since we brought him up, I think he would have killed in that role. Keanu.
Yeah.
Would have been great for Cooper, I think, too.
I think he would have been okay. I think he would have been better than Matthew McConaughey. I still not the role I would have chose for this movie.
He's a little, like, for me, because I always just see him as dazed and confused guy. Like, or
Yeah, I'm going to talk to you in a groggy voice.
yeah, he's a little hard. But, like I said, I really liked him in this role after we got past the first little bit. He just started to grow on me. It was a more serious role that I liked of his,
What's funny about that is that in this role, he stays the same age. His line from Dazed and Confused is, I like high school girls? I keep getting older. They stay the same age.
Yeah.
Such a creepy line.
It is.
In this movie, he's got a high school age daughter, and he stays the same age, but she gets older.
That broke my heart.
It is kind of sad. Like, that was the tear-jerker part.
Right? I was like, oh.
Ready for me to kind of blow your guys' mind?
Yeah.
What if this whole movie was a video game? Think about it. It works as a video game. They go off into space. He has to visit 3 planets to rescue somebody. First planet they land on, completely fucks them all over. The person is not there to be saved because they're already dead. Second planet they visit, they meet somebody and they're like, okay, we can save this person. But this person turns out to be fucking batshit crazy and tries to murder them. And then
One of those forced storyline games kind of thing.
yeah, right. It's not like open world or nothing, but it's like
Yeah,
you know
can't-
linear,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And so like you beat that.
I like
boss.
those. There's not enough of those.
Some are
we need,
good.
We need some of them back because it's
Yeah.
just like too many choices.
Yeah,
right?
some games are good like that.
Yeah, I never end up actually getting around to the storyline in certain games because I'm just like, there's too much other stuff to
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Anyways, what
So
were you
yeah,
saying?
so then they get to that boss, right? And they fight that guy, and you know he almost destroys their ship. But they finally get back onto their ship, and then the final level, which is where he goes through that dimension thing and stuff like that, right? And goes and lands there, and then does that thing there, figures that puzzle out. Then he jumps out. Like, he ends up fixing that puzzle basically because he solves that puzzle by sending himself back or sending himself there, and then lands and then shows up at fucking outside of Saturn 124 years later, you know, at the end of the game basically, right? Beating the game. This is like the final cutscene of basically you getting rescued. You get to see that your daughter is now almost like 124 years older.
Yeah.
And
It comes. Yeah, it's got a redemption arc, just like
Yeah.
you know, just like COD Modern Warfare 2.
right, yeah, and then like when it kind of ends, you think it's gonna end with him just relaxing on the porch one night and just being a, like whatever in this new future. Then it's like, no wait, remember that girl that went and tried to go find the other guy on the third planet?
Yeah, she's also 124.
Yeah, the planet you haven't been to yet. Well, you go back and you get to that fucking planet, man.
And that was the quickest synopsis of a movie you've ever done, except in video game form.
That was great.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, basically,
Pretty accurate.
it's a fucking video game, basically.
No, it's good.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching. I was like, this is kind of like a video game.
There's another really good space movie that's very similar to Interstellar. It's not Matthew McConaughey, but it's one of those type of characters. And it's the same thing, and it's got some girl in it.
Oh, I know you're talking about Passengers.
Don't think so.
No, not with Wait, is it a girl and guy or just a girl?
Girl and guy,
What's the one?
and an Indian dude.
What was the one that what's her face from Blindside?
Gravity.
Yeah, I don't remember the bitch's name. Damn it!
Sandra Bullock.
Thank you.
She's a national treasure. She's on a bitch.
Sorry, I call everybody a bitch if I don't know their name.
I love how Matt Damon was in another
She is a
space movie.
national
Martian.
treasure.
I was literally when he showed. I was like, "What the fuck? When did this movie turn into the fucking Martian?"
Yeah, he was the good guy in that one. He was the
Exactly.
bad one in this one.
Yeah.
Oh, Gravity. It's called Gravity.
You totally were spaced out there.
That was
didn't
it.
You?
Yeah, I was looking for the movie, and then you said the name of the movie while I was looking for the movie. And
I
couldn't
was like,
hear you.
what's the one with that bitch from The Blind Side? And he's like, Sandra Bullock, and she's not a bitch, she's a national treasure.
It would have been almost better if you didn't tell me, because I would have heard it for the first time editing.
Yeah.
Just like you folks.
So now you know how Interstellar ends, and we all think it was a 4-star movie, 5-star movie. What do you all give it?
How many stars is it out of?
5.
Just give me a number. Spinny says 5.
17.
Ryan says 17. I guess we're going out of fucking 20. I guess it's out of 5, like a normal fucking person.
I asked you how many stars
Is it-
out
that's
of. You
like
said
golf. The
just
lower the
give me
number,
a
the
fucking
better.
number, and I said 17.
Okay, well, he really loves it. Spinny gives it a 5 like a normal person. I give it a 5 because it was actually pretty good. It was entertaining. It has a good storyline to it, and the acting's not too terrible.
Okay. I'm going to give it a 4.5.
Okay, why is that?
Anne Hathaway's crying scenes.
Okay, you
Yeah.
can give it that, I guess, yeah.
Like, it's important for, like, other people to want to watch the movie. But I'm like, just... Did you have to stop the science for the crying? Can you go back to the science, please? The science was the fun part.
I was going to give it a 4.5, but for the opposite reason. It's like,
Was
oh,
enough Anne Hathaway crying.
there's
Too
so
much
much science and space. No, it's fine. I loved it. It was good. It was really good. The only reason why I'm giving it a 4.5 is because it is not normally something I would watch like by myself kind of thing, but for something that I was kind of forced to watch, it was very good.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and yeah, there was a lot of science, but the science wasn't like hitting you a lot. Like it didn't
It
like come
helped
at you
me
too
understand
much.
it a bit more to a point. Like, there were certain parts, if you had looked over at my face, I was like, what
the water scenes.
the fuck is going on?
The giant wave scenes.
Those are just terrifying for her.
Yeah, that was just horror. That wasn't confusion. That was horror on my face. Just absolute nope right there. Just the levels of nope-dom through the roof.
Well, again, that's our takes on this movie. You guys might like it, might not like it. That's up to you guys. But anyways, you can find my full review of this on my new link box. Letterbox. That's it, Letterbox. And you can also find us on Twitter at always more pod. I can't believe I fucked that up for the first time in how long?
Last week.
I fucked up the one. I know that.
Oh, it was the week before. It's the one I'm editing now.
Yeah, one of them.
Like, literally the one I edited today.
It happens once in a while, apparently. Okay. You can also find us on Facebook at Always Room for More Podcast and Instagram at Always Room for More Podcast.
Yes, sir.
You guys just say the same fucking thing.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you to say Instagram and Facebook at the same time. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, because Facebook owns Instagram.
That is true. It's just the same fucking thing.
It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
One's just the pictures, and the other one's the words and the pictures.
I'll get better at that.
We'll get it right eventually. Maybe it'll take 30 episodes. Who knows?
Yeah, so if you have any questions or anything like that, you can send us the questions on Twitter or Instagram, and maybe we'll read them on the air and figure out what's going on.
Chat us up.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Like, comment, and share.
Yeah. I'm going to smoke some weed.
Yeah, social
Suggestions
media
for
about it.
movies.
Oh, yeah. Suggest some movies.
Yeah, because
That's
we're
a
going
good
to be
idea.
getting... the next movie is coming up. We're going to do with Spinny chose Donnie Darko, because me and Spinny have seen it. These two fucking fuckers never seen it.
You said nerds. You said nerds. That would have been better. These two fucking nerds haven't seen Donnie Darko. While we nerd out about Donnie Darko.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it because it's been on my list for a while of things that I've been meaning to watch. It's like one of those cult classics that, like...
Got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. You love Jake Gyllenhaal.
I do like Jake Gyllenhaal. Do you? Kinda.
It was his first role.
OG
his
Spider-Man.
first role.
Was it?
Anyways, let's say that for the movie episode.
Yeah.
No, not OG Spider-Man. Anyway,
Jake
let's smoke weed.
Gyllenhaal.
Oh my god, you always do
not.
that. Tobey Maguire.
Who the fuck is Jake Gyllenhaal?
Anyway.
I
well,
can't think of a single movie you would know with Jake Gyllenhaal besides Brokeback Mountain. Do you know Brokeback Mountain?
Brokeback Mountain.
No, that-
I think he
It's
was
not from
in...
that movie.
He's in the one with Anne Hathaway with... oh my god, he's in Anne Hathaway with that too. Oh, in Anne Hathaway.
You thinking it's just Brokeback Mountain? What you're thinking of?
No, and that... Never
I'm gonna
mind.
smoke weed about
Yeah,
that.
smoke weed about it. We're just going on a tangent now. Thanks for coming along for the high, because there's always room for more.